Good afternoon. I am going to show you the projects that we would have done today in club meeting, but we didn't get to because we had to cancel. So I'm going to show you the projects and demos that I did and that I would have done, and the hostess gifts. So to start out with, I'll start out with the hostess gifts. This is the hostess gift card holder. You've seen me make these, and I have the directions and a video on my blog. And I'm using the new Eden's Garden stamp set and the Eden's, I can't remember the name of the paper, but anyway, the paper, the designer series paper. So starting November 1st, which is Monday, you can buy the Eden's Garden bundle, which is the Eden's Garden stamp set that has nice sentiments and some foliage, and then Eden's Garden dies. And then there's also Eden something paper, designer series paper, and there's the cotton paper. There are gems too, but we haven't been able to order them. I think they're stuck out in one of those containers on the ocean. But anyway, I made my hostesses 4 cards plus the card holder. So here are the cards that I made. This is one of the bookbinding cards. Dear friend, how are you? And very quick and easy card. And here's another fun layout. This could be done with any paper that you have. It says hello there. Another hello there with the paper, some gold embossing with one of the dies. And then here's the paper with another card, sending hugs. So this is the hostess gifts that Lisa will receive. So to start out with, I have a fun fold. This card is one that I showed how to make, and I will have all the directions on how to make it on my blog. This is a really cute way to make cards, just different. And so here's another one I made using the expressions in ink paper. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So to start with, I'll give you the measurements. And again, I will have them on my blog, but I'll just tell you right now. So we have Misty Moonlight for the card base, and it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's just one. It's not folded over. This is the card base. And then on that will go a piece of designer series paper that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then this piece is 4 inches by 1 inch and scored at 1 1/4 inch. And this will be the mechanism that will be used to do the opening and shutting. So, and then we have a piece that's 3 inches by 5 1/4. No, 5 1/2, 3 inches by 5 1/2. And then 2 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So we'll need 2 of those. And then I made this cute snowflake die. And this is actually the Stitched Whimsical and Wonder paper. And I used the Stitch Stars dies, these. And I actually put this one over and stitched the star that was on here, and then I cut it out with this frame. So it was kind of fun to do that. So to start out with, I'm going to first put some sorry about the ums, I just am nervous. I can't quit. I'm putting on some tear and tape, and I'm using tear and tape because this is going to get, this piece will get a lot of action, and we want to make it sure that it's sturdy. Okay, let me use this. It might be easier to get off than using my fingernails. So I've got 2 little pieces on this action piece, and this is going to go right here, centered right there. And then I'm going to put adhesive on this, and this will hide that. So we've got this right here. And then I'm going to add some more tear and tape to this piece, which will be, I need to put it in a ways so that it won't be showing or be tacky. And so I'm pulling those backings off. And then this piece, the Misty Moonlight 5 and a quarter by 5.5 by 3, will be centered on here. So we want it centered so there's both showing on both sides equally. So that will go there. And then one of these pieces will go here. Like that. And then we'll open it up, and the other piece will go here. I like these big, bold stripes on this paper. It's so pretty. And then I have two pieces of basic white that is cut with the scallop and contour dies. And this is from the stamp set that is called Merry Snowflakes. It's called May the Happiness of Family, the Joys of Friendship, and the Warmth of Love surround you this season. So this is going to go on the front. And then I'm going to put this up here. And this is that snowflake that I cut. And that's going to go right there. And then on the inside, we're going to put the Merry Christmas. And then when you close it up, this won't show, as you can see. But that's where you'll sign your name. There we go. Now, just to finish it off, we're going to put some bling. We'll put some bling in the center here of that snowflake. And then I'm going to use a couple of the smaller ones. And they will go right alongside here. And it's done. You could replicate this and use any paper and replicate it and make lots of them at one time. They're very simple to make, obviously. So that's my first. And let me put everything away so I don't lose it. Okay. The next card I'm going to make is another fun fold. And so this is another fun fold, and it opens up like this. Isn't that neat? So for this one, we start out with a piece of cardstock that is, again, 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm going to actually use this side. I see a little bit of dirt on that side. So we're going to take our trimmer and we're going to line this up along the 1 3/8 inch. So the 1 inch on this side is right here, and then 1/2, and then 3/8. So I'm going to use the 3/8, and I'm going to cut from the score line down to the end. So from the score line down to the end. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm again lining it up at the 1 3/8 inch. And I'm going to cut from the score line down. So now I've got those two flappies right there. So I'm going to cut these away. Just cut them and use them for something else. Okay, so now we've got a card that looks like this, and I didn't cut that off real close, so I'm gonna trim that score line off so it looks good and sharp there. Okay. So now I have, this is called the Gingerbread and Peppermint Designer Series paper. And I'm going to add this paper right up here. And I'm going to put adhesive on it. You could use green glue also because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. But I'm just going to layer that down there and butt it up right against that piece that comes up. And this piece is 4 by 1 1/4, I think. No, 4 by 1. Yeah, 4 by 1 1/4. Okay, and then we're going to turn it up again, and we're going to do the same thing. Kind of bring it down, butt it up to that piece, and then just adhere it like that. And then there's a piece of the same paper that is 1 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to put that right here, right on the front. And now we're going to put we're going to stamp, and we're going to stamp "Wishing You a Merry Christmas," and this is from the let me get the stamp set out here. This is from the peppermint, frosted gingerbread. Frosted gingerbread. I can't say it. Frosted gingerbread stamp set, "Wishing You a Merry Christmas." So that's going to go up in this corner. Now I'm going to put that flat so I don't get it on anything. "Wishing You a Merry Christmas." And then I cut out one of the ornaments from the gingerbread and peppermint paper, and I'm going to put that right there. But first I'm going to put some dimensionals so it's standing up a little bit. And this one will go on the front. So it will go here. And then I have tied a double bow with the linen thread, and I'll just stick that on the ornament with a mini glue dot. So there we go. And just one more thing. I'm going to stamp the candies inside, and then you can also, so I'm going to stamp those right there. Isn't that cute? Such a quick and easy card. It really is a fun card. So that's that. On to more things. Then the next ones are the projects that we would have done in class and that we did in our class here locally. So to start out, we're going to make this card. I just love the Merry Melody, I'll show you it, Merry Melody 3D embossing folder. And I used the gold shimmer vellum, and I ran that through with this Merry Melody, and that's going to go on the front, and then we'll back it with red. But isn't that pretty? So, get all my parts and pieces out here. So I've already run this through, and I'm going to attach it to the scallop. I use the layering circles, which has scallops and circles, and so I use the largest of each one. And if you put the adhesive on the notes, you won't be able to see through it. Actually, I don't think you can see through any of this with this vellum, but sometimes vellum does have a little bit of a challenge, and so the adhesive doesn't show through, but it doesn't if you put it on the note, the stanzas. So I used a piece of real red that is cut 11 by 4 1/4, and then we're going to put a piece of basic white here that's 5 4 1/4. But before I put that down, I'm going to put this little piece of ribbon. So this is the ribbon that I'm putting here for the ornament to hang on, or look like it's hanging on. So we're going to put some, if I can get them off, mini glue dots on this piece of ribbon. And this is just a 3-inch piece of the gold shimmer ribbon. And it didn't get on there all the way, so I'm going to bend it over. And so this will be centered on the white, and then we'll attach the white to the front of the card base, like so. And then we have this, and this will go here with some dimensionals. Well, that will go right there. And then I'll tie a bow and put it on. Again with a mini glue dot. I think I'll make that just a little smaller. Yeah, there we go. And that will go right there. And then I used the, let me show you the seasonal labels dies. I'm using the seasonal labels dies, and I'm using this die I cut it out in real red. I already did that. And then I'm going to stamp the Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas is from Perfectly Plaid. No, let's see. No, it's from the Sparkle of the Season. This Merry Christmas right here. If I can find my stamp set that I stamp. Yeah, there it is. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to line that up and stamp that. Good. And this will go on my red piece. And then again, we'll put some dimensionals on the back. Come on. And this will be on the bottom. Oops, that's the card I already made. Oh, I don't want it upside down. And then I'll add a couple of little gems, rhinestones here on the edge. And other than the inside piece for writing on, or you could stamp something inside, this will go in here. And it's done. Don't you love that? Oh, I just think it's so cute. I love it. This was one idea I got off the internet somewhere on, I'm sure it was Pinterest. I don't remember for sure, but I think it was Pinterest. And the last card is another fun one. So this is the card that I'm going to show you, and it uses the Pretty Pumpkin stamp set and then the pumpkin dies. And then we also use the Timber 3D embossing folder. So I already did those, the 3D embossing folder. And I also made this, and I colored it already. I used the, I'll just show you. I used the Granny Apple Green, the Cinnamon Cider, and the Pumpkin Pie to color these. And so I did it already so that I wouldn't take up all your time. So this is the 3D timber embossing folder that's in the mini catalog. And this will go on the front, like so. And then we have the basic white and the pumpkin pie scallops. And I already stamped that too. So thankful for you. And this goes on here. And these are the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I think the Stitch So Sweetly has probably been my most favorite die so far. I've used it time and time again. And then the pumpkins go on the front. And if you don't have pumpkins, you could use anything. Truthfully, anything will work, but it's so thankful for you. And of course, this is a nice fall set. And come on. And I'm putting dimensionals on this to pop it up. And this will go right here. And then we have the gilded gems. So I'm going to add some gilded gems to the front, just to give it a little bling. And then this goes inside. We always have to have something inside, and if you want to stamp on something, you could do that. And this would make a wonderful Thanksgiving or just a fall greeting or whatever. So there we go. So anyway, I'll be sending these to you. I will make them up and send them to you in the mail by Monday, and then I will have all the measurements on my blog this next week. Thank you. Bye.